It looks like we're working here. Let's see. I'm going to press a couple of buttons here to get ready. I think this is one of them. Hey, how are you? I'm not really ready. I just been going through some Facebook posts and get kind of anxious. Uh, I've done this before. I call it cruising, right? I go down a Facebook group and say, no, no, no. That's effectively what I do. Uh, but we could do it on video so I can say, no, real loud. But look, I got stuff ready. So we got some Play-doh. We got some noises, right? Uh-huh. Then we got that. Oh yeah, we got the bullshit alarm. All right, we'll pull that out as needed. Hey Ken, you're alive. Yeah, I do that every now and then. Why not? Okay, let's see. The screenshot. There we go. We got this newfangled interface, which I don't like one bit. All right, let me click a few things here. Okay, what group are we looking at? Collectible pennies and penny errors, buy, sell, and trade and auction. This is a group on Facebook where people put up coins. Yeah, oh, that reminds me. Um, I need the link for this particular show. Where is it? Oh, Chuck's on, by the way. Chuck Daughtry is on right now over on Copper Coin's channel. I'll give you that. Here, let me give you that link because that's easy. Here's copy. And let's see, there's paste. If you want to spend money, your Copper Coins is on. Okay, I got to find a link to this particular. The hell it go? Okay, go home. Go to the home page. You got to click 3,700 things. Here it is. There's the cruising Facebook, and I can copy that link, go over to the Facebook group, and add it right here. There. Now they can watch. Okay, so we're going to just go down this thing and see what there is to see, and talk it up or talk it down or spread some truth, I think is what we're going to try to do. Okay, let me kill a couple things here. That's got to go. This stays. I'm going to move that over here. And good. Okay, here we go. So if you're seeing me, no, if you're seeing the screen, means I can't see the chat because I'd have to get over here to catch up on the chat. There's Hoogie. Mrs. Hoogie just called me from the other room to tell me Ken is on. Hey, Hoogie. Hoogie makes these wonderful pens. Where the hell they go? I got a great one. It's in the toilet. There, here it is. Look at that. No, you can't see that, can you? I can't see what you can see. That's not it. Ta-da! Look, I got that for Christmas. Ta-da. It's a Coca-Cola pen. He carves these out of a stick. No fooling. He sits on his porch just whittling. Just a minute. I left the door open half the day. Yeah. There, okay. He's out of here. He just whittles until it's exactly the right size for a pen. Then he cuts it in half, whittles it some more, right? Dips it in bacon grease so you get this beautiful shine. Look at this action, huh? See that? You see that? Okay. I still got, I use my Hoogie pen. Look, you can get refills for the darn thing, so there's no reason it'll ever run out. Yeah, I used to get those junky, $1.29 for 50 pens, and you work them twice and then they stop working. And there's a whole pile of them across the room where I throw them at the wall. Okay, we're going to go through this group over here on Facebook, and let's spread some coin gospel. Okay, there's the link, so hopefully they can see it. Okay, this one pissed me off. Derek Kelly, can we see this? I can't see what you can see. Let me move stuff around here. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, Derek Kelly sends in. I'm just wondering if somebody knows the value on such a thing like this. Well, we got two things going on here when people post these things. One, they're fishing for answers. They don't really know what exactly they have, so they just put in vague descriptions such as, on such things like this. What you got here? Okay, we got a 1943 S. All right, pretty decent looking penny. Let me open that. It wants to add a tag here. Look at that. I'll type Hoogie's name right in there. Okay, what you got here? 1943 S. Lincoln penny. That's a steel cent, but what I want to look for when I see a steel cent, I want to look for indications of plating, if the coin has been reprocessed. This looks real good. Okay, got a few spots on it, nothing too crazy. Got a little light spot right here on the cheek. That's probably contact with a holder or something. And we got some, we probably can't see that. We got some issues going on over here in the date. We've seen that before, haven't we? We got some die deterioration doubling going on here. What's the value on something like that? Well, probably $5 to $10, right? Uncirculated steel pennies, 1943. Yes, they go for $5. But this issue came up over here in the date. Okay, so we're going to give that some more attention here. And here's the back of that. Like I say, it's a good-looking piece. Then we got that. Let's open that in the window. Okay, such things as this. Apparently, the poster is referring to what the heck's going on here in the date. And this is a classic example of die deterioration doubling. Right, you see it on the 55 poor man's double die. Look, all these radial flow lines, you can see them, point right to the center of the coin from whatever angle. And the secondary ghosting, right? You see it on the 9. You see it on the side of the 4. Right? You see it on the lower part of the 3. You see it boldly on the S. Right? And draw a line from the rim straight to the center, and that's the direction of the doubling. Well, I had posted that I thought it was die deterioration, but this other fellow is quite convinced that it's an RPM. Okay. It's not an RPM. And we got a link to a video, die deterioration doubling, but he's got one just like it, and it's an RPM. No, it's not an RPM. So I sent him over to Wexler, Konica, and Copper Coins to compare and see what's going on there. And we do that right now. Okay, we'll go over to Variety Vista. And we're going to take a look at RPMs for 1943S. And you probably can't see the right side of the screen. All right. But compare. It's real easy when you want to attribute a die variety. Compare what you have to what's known. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean that this is all of what's known. There can be more varieties out there. Okay. And that was one of them, looked pretty close. Let's look at that one right here. And the RPM is actually right up here in the upper left. Okay. It's actually a repunch mint mark here in the upper left. But we do see some indications of die deterioration on this particular specimen. And yep, there's the other side, where we have this almost like a ghosting over here. And remember, I'm always talking about horns, right? Here we got a little horn on the tail of that S. That's the issue with die deterioration. It makes little horns a lot of times. And I got, let's see, there's a stream. And, oh, this is what I want. Scope, home, there, over here. Okay, I got some Play-doh. Let's start explaining. Turn your mic volume up a little. Did you hear that noise? That might be the mic volume. I really don't know. Oh, let's read this up a bit. I saw this one earlier. Oh, it breaks my heart when somebody says, that's an RPM. I just know it. No, it's not. Okay, I got some fresh Play-doh. Let me scratch my nose. Alrighty. Is the noise any better? Yeah, this is good Play-doh. I love a fresh roll of Play-doh. The purple is a fresh roll. All right, let's roll this out. I don't have anything ready. Somebody said, you should go live because there's nothing on but sales shows. All right. What happens when the die wears out? Okay, here we go. This is going to be an S in a minute. Let's make an S. There's an S. Now, 1943 S. Oh, gosh, this is so hard. You get these really particular serifs, right? Really nice, heavy, sharp serifs on those. Boy, that's looking pretty good, isn't it? Uh-huh. And we'll put another serif down here. Wow, I'm a friggin' artist. Look at that. Is that looking like the S on a 1943? I think I want to pull this up just a little bit and round that out just a little bit. Okay, dye deterioration happens. You're looking at the way the metal flows into a device. I need paper. Come on. One moment, please. It's in the drawer. The camera blocks the drawer. Okay. The metal flows into the devices, which is what the S mint mark or the date or the head or letters or memorial or wheat, you know, the little designs and parts on the coin. I'm going to grab my Hoogie pen. All right, let's say you got, I need something under there. I need a mint mark coaster. Nope. There. No, come on. There, coast that out of the way. Okay, let's look at the die. Did it work? Oh, look at that action. It's smooth. Okay, the mint mark is a depression on the die surface, right? Here's the surface of the die, and here is what's going to be the mint mark. Okay, so if I take a coin and slice it in half, it would be up here. This is where the coin would be. Okay, so I got this metal, which is in the planchet, flowing into and then out of these devices, right? Into these little voids on the die. And I'm going to get some wear on the leading and trailing edges, right? And as this wears down, I'm going to have a larger and larger and larger cavity. Excuse me. So on the coin, what we're going to see is, well, it's going to look like an S, of course, but over time, let me see if I can do this right. Now, as more coins are produced, we're going to start to see a little extra metal in this area, and it's going to go from the center of the coin towards the rim. Right? No matter where you are on that coin, right up here at 3 o'clock, the flow is, well, out to the rim, out to the bottom of the bust, out past Liberty. Okay, Lincoln's ear just below it. That's his ear, by the way. I'm not an artist. That's the center of the coin, right about here. We can actually see. Give me a. Oh, look! I got a steel penny right here. Give me a card. I need a card. What's this? There we go. This is rusty, but it'll work. Let's see. Here's a scope. There's a rusty old steel penny. And I need a toothpick. Linda's here. All right, that's your center of the coin. It's right about this point right here. Right in here. That's the center. I could probably rub that and put a little mark. Right in here, but where his jaw kind of turns. There's the ear and just down south. Okay, that's a 1943D. So if I draw a line from that mark in the center towards the rim, yeah, it's going to follow that mint mark just about perfectly outward. Okay, so on the mint mark itself, we're looking at seeing some doubling in this particular pattern. Okay, just like that. And if I connect the dots, it would look almost exactly like the mint mark, but it's not going to have any relief to it. Right? Remember that? This is next to nothing for relief. All you need is a little bit to give it a change in the light aspect. And that's what you're going to end up with, is this sort of thing. And I've done other videos on this. Let's bring the coaster back. Here's our mint mark. Let me get rid of the coaster. Okay. And that's going to be hard to do the inside, but I'll do the outside. What you're going to see is just a tiny little bit of extra metal over here. right? Because that metal from the planchet is going to fill those little flat spaces, but there's no relief to it. And if I got a cutter here, and I think I do, there's one, I can show what I mean by no relief. I'm going to cut it right here. I'm going to peel that baby up. Don't worry, I can make another one. Don't worry about this. And peel that up. Here it is from the edge on. And you can see that extra bit, that extra shadow, it's got no relief to it. Let's put something bright underneath there so we can see. This is the extra bit that you see. That's dye deterioration. It's just this tiny bit of worn metal, no relief. Okay, that's the height of the mint mark. This is the actual mint mark. We've blown up, and that's what you're looking at. That's not relief. All right, let's do another one, and this time, what would a repunched mint mark look like? I'm going to need 2 pieces of clay here. All right, where's my? I need a bigger coaster. Here you go. Here you go. There, move that out of the way. All right, let's get to work. Hey, it's Play-doh time. This is still the same post. I'm working on the one post, trying to explain that as best I can. All right. Now, repunched mint mark. All right. Let's go back over here. Get out the way, F's. All right. That's a single punch mint mark. On a repunched mint mark, okay, I've got the surface of the die, and I'm looking at it as if I cut the darn thing in half. I would have an initial punch, right? But then I might have a secondary punch just a little bit off, right? These things were punched in by hand. So I need an S is what I need. What can I use for a, that might work. Ooh, that might work well. Okay, watch this. I'll take this piece of Play-doh. Let me flatten this out. Give me something flat. Hey, this will work. That's the underpants. Okay, so I'm making a die is what I'm making here. That's going to be the surface of the die. There's Josh, right? How you been? Okay. Now, I'm going to punch a mint mark in, but for my punch, it's going to be an O because I have the cap from a tube here. So if I punch that in, right, that's what I'm going to see. But if I punch it a second time, these mint marks were punched in by hand back in the day. And if I miss, right, and it's just a little bit off, I mean just a little bit, that's what I'm going to see. Aha. Now that's on the die. On the coin, it's going to be raised as opposed to depressed. But let's say I cut this in half. What I'm going to see is something akin to, say, this. Right? Where I've got 2 punches. Now the first one here would be obliterated by the second one, but I have to look at the overall shape of this butt here. Okay, let's see. Let's draw that out. We're going to have a loop and then a second loop. See that? Because you got to ignore that bit in the middle. And that's what I'm going to look for is a separation line. That's what that is. I'm going to look at extra thickness. You follow me? This is the normal thickness up here. That's normal thickness. This is extra thickness. Okay, watch now. We're going to cut this baby in half. Which way? Any way will work. And we won't be able to see this at all because it's just too damn small. And no, we're not going to see that. No matter. These make great cookies. You bake them at 350 for like an hour. Put some sugar crystals on top. Santa Claus eats them up. Okay, on the mint mark itself, now we got this piece over here. What are we going to see? Okay, here's going to be my nifty, fancy, pretty mint mark. All right. Put some serifs on there so it looks like a 1943. I love 1943. It's my favorite mint mark style. Honestly. I mean, if I was a mint mark and I could choose what style to be, I'd be the 1943 S mint mark. That's just me. Everybody has their own preferences. What mint mark would you be? Okay, now a repunched mint mark. See how I'm rolling out more clay? That got screwed up. I can't roll. I suck at this. I'm going back to the circus where I belong. Do 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 do. Okay, watch this. I think we're there. A little more. Okay. All right. Remember how I say the second punch will obliterate part of the first one. So I'm going to take this piece. Let's make it clean it up here. Let's cut that down the middle. Oops. This is really hard. This is like surgery. I'm going to cut that down the middle and just take half of it and get rid of it because that was obliterated. I'm going to take the other half here, right, and I'm going to give you a doubled mint mark. This is the sort of thing we're looking for. That is a repunched mint mark. The thickness here is thicker than the old mint mark for sure, right? I've got a separation line down the middle. It does not necessarily cover the entire mint mark. There we go. That's what a repunched mint mark would look like compared to dye deterioration. Which way's up? That way's up. All right, now with this information in hand, let's take another look at that 1943S and say, is it a repunched mint mark or is it dye deterioration? Because you have to understand how these things are made to better determine what is it. Okay, watch this screen. Here's the screen. And we go back to this thing. What can you see? I move the camera so much I can't see what you can see. There it is. What would you say that is? Is that an RPM or is it dye deterioration? Here's the close-up. RPM or dye deterioration. If I look at the mint mark here, this is the right size and shape up to this point. Okay, it's the right size and shape up to this point. Up to that point. This primary mint mark looks right and tight. This thing, look at the shadow line compared to the shadow on the 9. See that deep, wide shadow? Over here I've got a little tiny shadow. This tells me the 9 is big, right? That's tall. I've got more relief on that 9 than I do on this secondary S. I've got more relief on this side of the S than I do on this secondary piece. The shadows are your clue, right? This is a normal height, and this is tiny. Okay. I'm going to catch up on chat here. Which do you think it is? Looking at the images and comparing to what I just showed you with the Play-doh. And let's see, I can go back over here. Home. There. Which one does that look to be? Dye deterioration or repunched? Let me find the chat here real quick. Plating. No. Coin looks good. Okay. Hey all. Andrew's here. Roll with the punches. Yeah, that's a repunched. No, wait. Where the hell did it go? That's dye deterioration 100%. Now we can actually compare what they have on some of these other sites. How does this compare? This secondary S. How does that compare to what I have on the table? And we got more here we can look at. What's this one? Number 4. Boy, that's hard to see. Up here in the right, at the top is where that is expressing itself. Look at this one. We got these radial flow lines, and just the tiniest bit of raised up here. This is dye deterioration on this one, as well as repunched up here at the top. You can have both, but it's not a listing consistent with anything else here. Let's look at number 2. And that's pretty screwed up. But look inside the S. I've got this extra metal here, full height. That's my repunch mint mark inside there. That's raised. That's big. That's got dimension to it. It's got relief to it. Okay, so this one, what's it worth? Probably $5. Die deterioration adds no value. It doesn't take value away either. That's the end of that one. I think we spent enough time on that. All right, what's everybody saying? Plating, hello, repunch. Linda says repunch. Okay, Linda, I'm going to have you rewatch this entire video. We see desk. All right, let me do this again. Screenshot. All right, there. This is what I'm talking about. There's your shadow line on the 9, showing the height and relief on the 9. Can we see this? Yeah. Here's the light shadow on the S, and a little bit darker on the bigger S. This gives you some idea of the difference in relief. And this secondary image has no relief. And we looked at some of these. Here we go. This is a 1943 S RPM number 2. And you're looking inside the S, and we have some secondary lines here. And that's big fat relief on there. All right. And we looked at another one here. How about this one? We can look at this one. There you go. I've got secondary lines over here. And I've got radial flow lines as well. And this will eventually grow the bottom of the S and the side of the S according to the direction of the flow. And that's a die chip. All right, but you get these little horns where the devices come to an end. Yep. I need like 6 more cameras, really. We're going to move on. We got this guy. He's got a wheat, and he says a Liberty. There's an L, and then the space before you get to the I. What's going on here? I can open that in a new tab. Who's the name of this? Who is this? Dylan. What you got here is damage. You got this is classic example of a coin rolling machine imparting some damage on the devices. And Liberty and over there in the last bit of the date are the perfect spots to see that. All right, and we might see some radial lines, some circular lines here, also affected because of the coin rolling machines. Looks like you might have a little here. But always make the assumption of damage before you say, what kind of error is this? Because you're skipping over the entire idea that these things are damaged in a billion ways. No, wait. Well, you got a half a trillion pennies out there, and you got 75 times as many ways that each coin can be damaged. You got to start with the idea of damage. And if you think it's something else, prove your case. But this was something shoved that eye over to the right. Copper is kind of malleable. It's workable. You give it just the right shove, yeah, you'll move it. You'll move that little 1 millimeter letter, 1/10 of a millimeter wide. That's all that is. That's a 1945. Not the worst one I ever seen. Well, keep it until you get a better one. But all you have there is damage. Okay, this guy says late stage strike through die cast. Kinda. I pronounce it late stage die cap. And before I can call it that, I need to see the other side. Okay, then there's this guy. $150 for this valuable 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. $150.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Guaranteed. Now, where to go? Okay, valuable. And there's some discussion that goes on over this. Okay, Guy says, oh, it's really rare. Really rare? I pulled up the coin collector checklist here. And I got to move this over. Yep, stop moving the screen, Ken. Can't you? There, that looks good. Okay, 1944, because that's what that penny is. And they, being the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, produced 1.4 billion of the darn things that year. Right? Really, it's the most they've ever produced before. They didn't produce any more in those numbers for another 15 years, right? They made a billion in 1945. But it was 56 that made a billion, 57 was a billion. They didn't get above there till 62. No, 61 in Denver at 1.7 billion. So this is probably the most replicated piece of art in the history of the world up to that date, and for more than 15 years following that. That's nowhere near rare. Let's go over here to the population rank. Okay. It's got them all listed, all the wheat pennies. Let me go to the top. All the wheat pennies, according to mintage, right? Close to the top, the fewer there were made. Okay, now to get to the 1944. Oh, wait. Let's see. I missed it. 1.4 billion. Here it is, 1944. That's number 276. Wow, there's 275 that are more rare, like the 1969 is more rare than the 1944, but I wouldn't call that rare by any means. Let's go over here to the rarity scale. Okay, you get two scales here, Bowers scale on the left and the PCGS scale on the right, and they've got a description. Okay, but neither of these start with anything produced over 1 million, because that's considered very common. 1 million pennies is very common. You got 100 and no. You got 1.4 billion of these 44s. Not even close. Rare, you don't even use the term unless you got a coin with 1,000 specimens, right? Extremely rare, that's what one guy calls this. You'd have to have 100 specimens. I got 100 1944 pennies under the desk, right? I got 100 1944 pennies in the floor grate over here. If those are extremely rare, dude, I'm freaking rich. Who wants to buy my house? Stop it. You got rolls of them. I'll take $75 a piece. Yeah, I'll give you a roll of pennies for 150. And blues will still beat that deal. Man, no, stop it. This guy, look, there's a lot of reasons why people try to sell these coins or make offers to sell these coins for these exorbitant values. Most commonly it's ignorance, but sometimes you get desperation is involved. Geez, this light bill's probably 150 bucks. Okay, move on. Here, he's selling it. He's so crazy somewhere else, man. We're all stuck up here. Okay, let's keep on going. What you got here? I've seen similar posts of a 57D penny with a blob in the D. Are they common? There it is. And you got a die chip over here in the B. Right there. Now, this will get a little grainy. Right there on the bottom of the B. Yes, common, but I keep every darn one of them. Looks like he's got an extension of that blob coming off the B. I can't tell using this image if that's a bit of damage, which I'm going to have to assume, or if that is a start of a bigger die chip. The die chip is growing. Yep, 57D. I got a sack. I mean a sack of 1957 D with die chips in them. You'll find them in the date. You're going to find them in the head. You'll find them in Liberty. You'll find them all over the place here. You find them inside the bow tie. You find them in the wheat ears on the back. Yeah, they were terrifically common back then. But I collect every darn one of them. It's one of my things. Let's see if he's got anything on the back here, because I'm sick with it. I don't see anything on the back that would lead me to give it any further investigation. So if you want to keep it, hey man, it's still a wheat penny. People like them. Die chips, I keep every darn one of them. me close out some of those. They don't really add much value. One, they're not documented, but they should be. And we're working on that. Okay, he's just going to show this. What you got here? 6 pieces, coin, Sergio. Okay, I'm going to guess that English is not his first language. 1936 penny. Cast Nido. That doesn't make any sense. Look, man. Oh, that's what I'm seeing. Can you see that now? What you got here? Open a new tab. Ooh, he's got a nice big fat cud on this one. Can you see that down here? 1936. There's a little ding in the rim down here. Is this a legit penny or is it a fake? I'm going to look over here at cuds on coins and compare and see if they have this particular cud, because I'm missing a lot of detail on this coin. And I don't think it's all from circulation wear. Okay, cuds on coins. Where are you? Where are you? That button. I'm going to give you the link if I can make that copy right. Here's the copy. Here's a link to cuds on coins. You can open that at your pleasure. Okay, cuds on US coins. And I'm going to take the pennies, large cent, small cent, Lincoln cent. 1936. 34, 34, 34, 34. 34 is a good year to look for them. 35, 35. 36, number 1. And we want to compare this piece with what he's got. And there's a second one, not as pronounced. It doesn't go past the bust. The third one is much straighter. They're all in the same position in 36. This one's got an extra knob here at the bottom. They've got 6 so far. 7, 8, 9, all in the same darn position. 10. How many they got? There's 11. Okay, there. We got 11 cuds in 1936. All of them right here. So let's see. I'm going to save that image. Here's what I got to do. I'm going to call it Z, put in my camera roll, and hit the save button. Replace it. Then, once I have that, I can find it real easy. Where's Z? And I can edit. What the hell is this? That didn't work. Okay, do over. Kill this. Let's see. I'm going to save image as Z. Replace the hell out of it. There we go. Then once I have it there, edit. There, I got the darn thing. This is so darn tough. What? You can take a perfect selfie, but you can't give me the picture of a coin face up. So I got to do all this stuff to it. Okay, rotate left 90. There. Was that so darn hard? But now I can see the darn thing. Let's zoom in and have a look. Okay, it does not extend past the bust. It does crowd into the bust and does not come to that first fold where the shoulder ends. So let's see if we compare that one to what they got over at Cuds on Coins. Boy, that's a good match. Number 1, okay? And let's see, how the hell do I pop that up? Let's pop this up. Man, minimize lid. Shrink it over here. And if I can put that on this page. But then I got to show you the darn thing. All right, so we're going to compare this guy's coin here to what they're showing us on Cuds on Coins. Particular features. I look at the width of it. It does not extend past the bust. This one does. If I draw a straight line down his back, that sticks out. Okay, it's not number one. Number two, I look at the size and shape of the ends. I've got a scoop on the right, and I've got a round shoulder on the left. That does not look like rounded on the left side. But let's keep number two on our list. Looks like he's got a secondary chip inside. Okay, three, too big. It goes past that first shoulder fold. Four, way too big. Five, extends past the back. Six, oh gosh, nope, extends past the back. Seven, I've got a rounded shoulder, but I don't have a scoop on this side. Eight, nope. Nine, oh no, too big. 10, too big. 11, no, it's not the same shape. It's too narrow, whereas mine goes immediately to the bust. And we're in 1937. So what do we say? Number two. There's number two. And I don't quite think the shape of that side is a match for what they have on cuts on coins, but the right side is. That's a real good match. So I'm going to say that this is probably an earlier or later stage, or it's an entirely new listing. That looks like a scoop on the left side. No, this cannot be the same one. That little extra chip and the scoop, not the same one. This is a new cud or a total fake. Where'd you go? What else we got for pictures? Okay, look, see the missing space in the back? That's consistent with a cud because I don't have opposing forces. I'm missing part of the die on the other side. Looks legit. 6PS GPS. I got two photos to work with. Okay, what's he asking? What's he saying? Just a show. Well, it looks like a cud, but when his photo says cast, I'll get a nido. This is not an English word. Castanado. This is not an English word that I understand. I'm moving on. Oh, we got new members. What you got here? Some of my 2009 formative years errors. Don't go there. Don't do it, Deborah. Deborah, no. No, Deborah. Okay. There's a difference between error and variety. Really, it's an important difference. But if you can't make that much of a connection, I'm going to have to give you this. Variety and error. These are different terms. Always have been, always will be. There it is. And this explains it. You only take, what, a couple of sentences to explain the difference between a variety and an error. But they use the go-to, everything's a goddamn error. All right, please read this. I try to be nice, but really, I'm pulling my hair out. Please review the terms, Deborah. Okay. 1992D, close AM. Well, you know, these things are few and far between, but we're going to give it a look because you never know. One fellow found one. I can't see a damn thing with this photo. You know, if it is, it's probably a few $100s here. Jesus Christ. What's the front say? The front says 1992D. All right. The back, sideways. Dude, that's a close AM. Okay, let's look over here. On a close AM, I want to see the distance between the F and G about the same as the height of the F. And I will look at the A in states, and that's going to be a little off, right? And the AM should touch. This looks real good. What kind of shape you got here? Circulated, AU, lots of color to it. Not too bad for dings and damage. Not too bad at all. And that looks legit. Now, Chuck, where's Chuck? He's streaming right now. He did a video about one of these, but the person had machined 2 coins. Kind of neat. Good Lord, the effort that it would take to put the reverse into a hollowed out piece of a regular 1992. Sure enough, he picked that one out though. This looks legit. What are you asking for a price? Open to reasonable offers. My person would never buy an uncertified example because it is known to be counterfeited. But if it's legit, yeah, it's a good one. Okay, Stamp King, 94 double strike. Double strike. Not sure if that'll be the proper term, seeing as I'm new to the hobby. Okay, he heard the term double strike, so everything he sees is a double strike. If you look, you see double impressions on the mouth, eye, and ear. Well, I can look all day with these photos. I'm not going to be able to tell a darn thing. Mouth, eye, ear. I can't do anything with these photos, man. Sorry. Moving on. All I can see is damage. That's what I see. Okay, Chrissy says, a boy finds a $1.3 million penny in his lunch money. All right, well, there's an article there if you want to follow it up. It's 43 copper. Oh, let's see, from December 26, 2019. Blah, 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 blah. And he hasn't sold it yet. We'll sell the damn thing. Look, $1 million is good money. You can change your stars with that. What kind of doubling is this categorized? It says Mark. Oh, we just went over this. Here it is. What you got here? Anybody? Anybody? Can we even see the screen? Yeah. Die deterioration doubling again. Rears its ugly head. Right? MD, die wear, and damage. Those are the 3 things you're going to see almost every time. You have to get through those. What's the consensus of how you collect your pennies? Here's mine. What's he got here? Key dates, age and rarity, grade, uniqueness like DD or extreme errors. Now DD is not an extreme error. Type of metal, color variations. I don't do color variations. I could paint it blue. That doesn't mean it's valuable. I could dump ink on it. That doesn't make it valuable. I could stick it in an oven for a little while and change the color. Heath has a 1938 Newfoundland penny sideways. There it is. These are kind of slick. Yeah, Coins in Canada is a place to look that up. Okay, what would that be? It's all the way around. Looks like stretch marks. Ooh, that's a good description. You get radial flow lines here, Vincent. See, there's a center. There's the center of my coin right below the ear. You know, kind of on his, what's that, mandible? Right in here. And from that point outward, if I've got lines going in that direction, I've got radial flow lines. You can barely see it here, but that's what it is. Looks like a starburst on some of these. Pretty darn slick. Okay, no premium, no added value. What do you got? Deal or no deal? Okay, this is a sales group too. Shipping is 5 to 8, depending on how many rolls. You have 10 rolls. Okay, so you're breaking it up the batch. These look like Well, fairly standard run-of-the-mill wheat pennies here. $2 to $3 a roll is kind of normal. Okay, try this 1963 mint mark. Was stamped 3 times, and the picture upside down for lighting. What do you think? RPM, or is it squished? If you took a donut and squished it, I'd have a flat surface here. And see that this bit inside is very, very thin. Here's the other side. This looks pretty promising on this shot. Have I got a split serif on the bottom? Maybe. I would have to find, I'd have to look this one up. Okay, let's look up Variety Vista. 1963, RPM, Denver. The first thing I want to look at is the position of that mint mark. Where is it? Okay. If I draw a line straight up from that D, I'm going to be kissing the right side of the 9. If I draw a line from the 9 and 3, my D is going to be a little bit below that line. All right, what matches? Well, that doesn't have the same shape. That doesn't line up. This one wants to line up. I think this one's a little further to the right, though. Let's look at that one. That kind of wants to line up as far as position goes. But I don't seem to have this bit on the inside. All right, there's my upper part of the first strike of the D. There's the lower part of this first punch of the D. I don't seem to have a split down in this corner. Where'd you go? That's upside down. Here it is. Well, this is promising. But the photo gets a bit grainy, so there's not much I can do with it. But it's promising. What did we come up with? Maybe number 4? We have to look at more pictures. Let's see, there's a back. There might be something inside there. But here it looks like the color and shot is off. But this is extremely thin up here. And I don't see the split down bottom. I'm not able to call this an RPM. All right, here, let me show you what I think this is. All right, let's see. Here's home. Move the bullshit alarm. Here's what I think it is. Let me take away this. No, let me just make another D. Here's a D. Ooh, I can see the chat here. Later tonight, tomorrow, I'll work on more of the pop list, says Aunt. God love you. There's no end to it, really. Does anybody know how to determine the die varieties of 1859 1-cent CAD, 1-cent Canadian? Amy has put up a list. There's like 160 different varieties for the 1859 Canadian penny. And you first have to separate it by the vines, right? The vines and leaves, especially the bottom one. Like if number 1 is at the top, leaf number 7 is down at the bottom. All right, and is that connected or not connected? That's the way that works. Okay, let's draw a D. That's you got to move over. Move over, S. Okay, here's a D. Yeah, Amy Uper. She's posted a link, and yeah, it's been well studied. It's out there. Okay, let's see. That's goddamn close enough to a D, wouldn't you say? Okay, if I took a book, right, and pressed it on a jelly donut, what's going to happen to that jelly donut? It's gonna kind of mushroom. Let's see if we can make this work right. Because I'm going to press this down. I'm going to flatten it out. But in real life, not every force is going to be straight up and down. It can be, oblique to the left as you're rolling stuff around in your pocket or jar change. And it's not at all unheard of. There you go. To see some deformation of that D, which can change the shape from, nice kind of rounded piece to where you'd have kind of a mushroom head going on. So for that, I can't make this show up. What the heck with it? I need more Play-doh. Shay here? Yep, there he is. And Just Stanley's here. Just to put up another video you might want to watch. All right, let's try to do this right. All right. If I were to shove on that in different places, different ways, what I'm trying to get is an overhang. That sort of thing. And that's possible, but wear is going to take that down pretty quick. But looking at that piece, let's see, here's the screen again. Looking at that D mint mark, the top of it looks like it's been squished, like a jelly donut with a book on top. All right, especially up here. I'm not able to call that something yet, but give it a good comparison to RPM number 4. But I don't see this part inside. That's the thing. Well, is there enough wear that this would kind of smooth together? That's what I'm saying. Because it looks like there might be something in here, but not quite good enough on the photos. It's promising, Vincent. And Art says, look at number 4. Okay, what you got here? This is the best one I found yet. Throw it back. Is this even an error? Start with the assumption of damage. Always start with that assumption. Okay, 2 rolls of uncirculated 2009 pennies. Don't know which I showed a reverse of. What I am looking for in these rolls as far as errors, varieties. What am I looking at? Anything out of the ordinary. If you look at these, you got 100 pennies in front of you. Seriously, you can compare one to the next, because chances are that you don't have 100 of them that are all the same variety. And all the same error, that's not going to happen because errors are unique. But compare one to the next and see if there's any discrepancies. Do most proof pennies have an S mint mark? Oh, I've answered this one. They made the proof pennies before, let's see, 1964 and earlier. They made them at Philly, so they don't have an S mint mark. There are some that have been produced since 1968 and forward. A couple of them were missing a mint mark. They didn't punch them in, but those are few and far between. What you got here? 2 very different 1980 Lincoln cents. Which is the correct version? One planchet is thinner, the other thicker. Colors are different. Man, if you grab a penny with your bare fingers, you can change the color of that penny. Real easy. Copper is highly reactive. You got 1980 pennies, they're 95% copper. What you got here? Definitely one is thicker. Let's look at the rim on that, see if it's been squished or something. Because you do have a tolerance on the weight. That looks like a thicker rim on the bottom. And there are processes which will take a coin, if you spin it, right, add some pressure, you'd effectively re-upset the rim. Well, they call them dryer coins or spoon coins. Here's 3 of them. Looks thinner. Looks thinner in the middle. There's your answer. You got 1 that's thinner, and 2 that are normal. What would make it thinner? Getting run over by a truck would make it thinner. Just plain being a thinner planchet would make it thinner. All right, quantify these things. There are scales out there. You can quantify it. You can measure it. There are calipers out there that are highly accurate. How much thinner? What's the difference in the weight? Because otherwise I'm just looking at pictures here. This is the kind of thing that can be quantified. Have you weighed them? There you go. 1958 D penny, I assume. DDO. DDO, double diaburse. Let's look at it. We got 1 shot of the front. There's another shot of the front. There's a shot of the back. There's a bigger shot of the back. That's what we got. DDO. Well, he's heard the term DDO, so he's going to apply it to every single thing that he sees. Is this a DDO? I see no evidence of anything being doubled on this coin. These letters are right and tight. Ears normal. Eye looks, well, I'm not going to see anything in this image. The date and Liberty look right and tight. What would lead you to think that this is a DDO? I don't see anything other than an ordinary penny here. DDO. There's the eye. There's the ear. Well, we've got a close-up of the head, so I'm going to guess he sees something in here. What are we going by? It really helps when you're asking about a coin and you have a picture. Draw our attention to that particular aspect that makes you say, hey, here's what I see on the E, for example. This looks perfectly normal from my chair. Okay, move on. Look at this. Let me close a few windows here. I get carried away. At some point, I can't use the browser anymore. There's so much stuff going on. Looks like he left the group. I guess he didn't get an answer he wanted. Can anyone help me and tell me what I have in these coins? I was told I had something, but I want a second opinion. I'm new to collecting. Any help would be appreciated on how to sell or trade them because or what their value is. I have many more. Thanks for any help. Okay, is there anything specific in all this? I have some coins. I want to make money. All right. I'm not going to be able to tell you anything with these images. 69S. Let's look at machine doubling. He's got 100 pennies. Doesn't know what he has. I'm going to guess he's probably not in the U.S. Got some discoloration, some toning. I'm not seeing any dates that stand out. This is frigged up. That's damaged. You can toss that to the curb. One lady asked, how do you tell if it's damaged? Well, go through another 100,000 pennies, right? And anything looks funny, looks odd, catches your attention, well, set it aside, okay? Because when you go through another 100,000 pennies, you're going to be more experienced. You'll know more in 6 months than you do now. And you'll be able to take those things out and throw them or spend them or do whatever the hell you do. And then you won't look like, somebody who's really inexperienced saying, is this an error? This is ruined. Ruined to the point it's almost unidentified. It's zinc. That's for sure. This is gone. All right. Okay. Bruce, you got to go through more. You got to work with me halfway. You took the first 10 pennies out of your pocket, took pictures, and said, are these worth anything? You got to do a little homework and meet me halfway. Really. I'm new to this group, but I'm an avid collector. However, I'm not sure if my 1919S is a grease error on the reverse, or if it's been acid washed, or what. Comments will be greatly appreciated. That must be the reverse. All right, what you got here? Well, he heard the term acid wash and he heard the term grease error and wants to know if it applies to his coin because he hasn't heard the term just plain wore the hell out. But that wouldn't be a glorious coin. So it can't be just plain wore the hell out. It must be some sort of really highly valuable sought after era or variety. What do you got here? Is it an acid wash? Maybe. It certainly wore the hell out. You got some doo-doo on the surface of this. This thing is shot out, right? Let's say it is an acid washed coin. What would that mean? Look, you throw it in a fountain for a while. Just leave it, with some running water nearby. Water is the most corrosive agent in the history of the universe, right? It's a universal solvent, and what it will do to coins in just a few weeks is tragic. Really, it is. I've got evidence of pitting here going on. On the front, I've got this dark, I don't know what that is. This looks like a contaminant, but water can do this much. Stuff can grow on the coin, and that can create this crud. Acid doesn't have to be acid. Acid is some mysterious thing. Coca-Cola is an acid. Ketchup is acidic. It looks like you got here a well-worn penny, just plain wore out. And I suggest this saw some water, probably for an extended period. All right, kick that one to the curb. Okay, would this be considered a cud? No, this is not a cud. I got a video about cuds. See the little search button? Oh, good. I didn't say cursing Facebook. I spelled it right. Okay, let's see. There's this button right here. You click on search, cud. Type in cud. Look, chips, cracks, cuds. I'm going to copy that link. Nope, that's not it. Take it over here. Post it there. And get rid of the little timestamp so he doesn't start 5 minutes in. There. Now he's got the damn link. Okay, will he do his homework and actually watch the video? How long is it? 4 minutes and 18 seconds. And it uses Play-doh. No, a cud is on the rim. What you got here is a chip. Another one inside the 9. 1957, common date for him. New people. Okay, James. In 1955, poor man's double die. $5! James. Okay, it's in better shape. I'll give him that much. But a poor man's double die. Dude, we got it right here on the desk. Look at this. Home. Look. This is a worn out die. That's all it is. It's a die that's been wore out. It has no premium. Back in the 60s, they started selling these things as the poor man's double die because you had the big one had been discovered, right? The big 1955 double die of verse number 1. Let me pull that one up so you have an idea what the hell that looks like. Give me a window. That one. Go to Righty Vista. Double dies. DDO. 55. That one. Okay, can we see it? No. You probably didn't see any of that. I suck at this. All right, screen. Here. Let's first off see what this guy's talking about. All right, and here's that last coin. The 57 with a die chip. Okay, there's the thing. I'm just not good at keeping up with what you guys see. Okay, he's got a 1955 P, poor man's double die verse. wants $5, another $3 for shipping. Standard shipping, he wants $1. Look, it's got great luster. This coin is probably good for $1, maybe $2. But the poor man's double die. When they started out back in the 60s, this thing had made all the news. The 1955 double die, the big one. Look at this. It looks like a coin stamped on top of a coin. Every aspect of this coin is doubled, right? You can see it from across the room. You got doubling on the tie, right? Doubling on his eye. The letters, the numbers, they're huge. They're just about beside each other. I'm sitting here beside myself. Look at this. Okay, well, these things were going for 50, 60 bucks at the time. Good money. Seriously, good money. Geez, a coin that goes for 50 or 60 bucks today is pretty good money. These have since increased in value. Okay, the 55 poor man's double die was the answer, so you could have a double die, but it's not a double die. All right. And people still try to sell them off. You see them on eBay every now and then. People say poor man's double die, but it's not. And you see the bids get to $100, and they're throwing their money away. All right, what you got here? 38 Woody. Well, here's a penny. Here's the desk. Penny looks like the desk. It's a Woody. It's a fairly strong one. Lots of color in there, but I think the wear on this one, $5 might be a little bit of a stretch. But you got a better chance of getting value out of this one than you do for that 1955 poor man's. No on this. Maybe on this. I think $5 a little heavy. And you got a 1918 Woody. $5. Let's look at it. Click. I clicked. Why does nothing happen? Is that a 1918? I can't even tell. Okay, that looks like 1918. Condition looks better. That's pretty darn bold. A lot of this graininess. Is that good for $5? That's not it. Let me kill that. Let me kill this. And I think this is the closest he's got to a coin worth what he's asking. Honestly. I think 5 is a little heavy. 19D. The contrast on this one, $2. Okay, the contrast on this one is a lot lower. See how bright and vivid and contrasting these lines are? Contrast seems to be a big factor in the Woodies, what makes them valuable. Ooh, ooh. See when you go, ooh? 1918p Woody for $5. This one made me go, ooh, ooh. 1918. This one might have it. I think there are people out there who would pay $5 for this one. Because, damn it, man, that's a Sharpie. There's the back. Yeah, a lot more contrast on this one. I don't like this bit on the bottom, though. That's a lot of contrast. It's when they make you go, ooh. That's when I said. That's when you got something. Let's keep on going. 1909 VDB for $8. Look, man, I'm all for people trying to make $1, you know, make an honest living, but I think here you might be trying to suck a little too much value out of this penny. The book says $7.89, so by God, you're going to get $8 out of it. That might be good for a couple of bucks, but not a whole lot more, I think. 1930 PDS, 6 sets. $5 per set, extra fine. I'm not going to look. 11D, nicer grade, $10. Well, you're going to have to do better than this, really. If I held up a penny to the screen, I'm not going to be able to I can't tell what that is. It worth the $10? Probably not. 11D, $4 a penny. Beaters. Beaters. 1911D. The beaters, like this one in the middle. Let's see what you're looking at. You do keep your own notes, right? 1911D beater. 2.5 to $4. So I've got some I've sold for, $1 because they're just crap. And that one in the middle I can guarantee is crap. 2009 P&D sets of uncirculated rolls for $2 per set. P&D sets. Oh, okay. He's got the 4 pennies P and 4 pennies D. So he wants to sell 8 pennies for $2 with 370. Okay, James, I think your prices might be a little heavy. Really, these are absolute full retail prices, and the coins, while genuine and apparent, I think you're really just pushing it to the very far edge. 53D BU red, $2 a piece. Ooh, 1919 Woody, and he says a Grease era too. Why doesn't that click? I click on the thing and nothing happens. I can't see anything on the front. I've got some beautiful coloration on the back. How much? $6. Okay, anybody collect these? $1 is about right. Is anyone looking for error coins? I have them. What kind of errors? All right. Is this considered a double die error? Double. There, add a D. There, right here in the back. You get a little split plating, and the copper plating has been split. That's what you're seeing here, right above the E, the R, the I, the C. I bet you that's what he's seeing. So no, not a double die. Anybody answer him? Stamp King. This is getting back almost a week here. Oh, okay. 1, the term is doubled die. A double die is a variety rather than error. Okay, it looks like letters of in the rim. Let's see what we got here. Oh, for Christ's sakes. No, we looked at that one. Looks like letters of in the rim. Ah, here we go, right in here. OF. OF. But they're in cues. A die produces raised letters, right? There is no die in the world that would produce incused letters unless it was part of the design. You see it on some of the quarters here, right? But OF, you're looking at the back of a coin was smashed into this one with such force that the raised letters on the back of another penny left their imprint on the front of this one. And up here, this is consistent with just being screwed up. This is just smashed all up. And I'm not even sure this is an OF. This, I think, is just more damage. This looks like OMG. It's an OMG penny. Damage. I'm gonna have to get out in the shed and do a video on these Vice coins. Take two coins and jam them together. Just to opinion. Sergio Castagnata Uh, incomplete broken English. Okay. English is a second language. We'll give them a break on that. What's your opinion of this 1924D Annex MS64 Brown? Any more pictures? Okay, we got 2 photos. What's your opinion? I'd like to have Annex actually look at, list their stuff and explain the frickin' barcode. All right. MS63 Brown, huh? Well, it's brown. I don't see much for issues on this other than color. It looks like some goo or haze discolored it. Nice sharp strike. You can almost see the lines here. What do I think? What's my opinion? I fucking love it. It's a peach. It's better than what I got. I gotta be jealous of yours. Okay, if a 1982 penny weighs 2.5, is it goo? Yes. Yes. It's some kind of zinc goo they use to make the pennies out of. Throw it away. All right. I'm not responding to 1982 pennies anymore. Really, it's not the big one, right? The 1982 small date copper D. It's not that one because only 2 have been found, and they go for 10, 12,000 bucks. 18,000, I think one of them went for. But you can't do that much effort, really. You got to meet me halfway here and do a little bit of your homework. Look, I can go up here to Google. Here's Google, 1982 penny. And if that's all I did was type that in, look, here's 10,000 fucking mentions, right? Rare 1982D small day copper. It's in the news. Right? How to assess the value of this famous one. Have a 1982 penny? How to tell if it's rare. How to tell what your penny is made of. You got to meet me halfway here. In the groups on Facebook, and there's a lot of them about coins, you'll probably get that same issue, 1982 pennies, showing up 100 times a week. PMD or struck through. What do you got? 1935 penny looks real strong on this side. Little ding on the corner. This is miles. What you got here? You got a weak strike. Looks like a weak strike. Looks like an hourglass on the back. Yep, that's a weak strike on this side. Check the weight on this planchet. I suspect this could be a thin planchet, but there's not enough meat, right, to fill up all the devices on one side. When on the other side, look, you got Lincoln's head, right? You got Lincoln's bust, and this is the back of his shoulder. And you're going to see weak lettering here all the time, often. This is just a weak strike. Got a couple of dings in the rim. But I might, because of the extensive nature of this particular weak strike, I'd want to weigh that up. You could have a thin planchet. There's another shot. All right, let's look at this shot here. That's not it. That one. Okay. Seems to come across. Yeah. And this is a good outline of Lincoln's head and front of his bust. It's more consistent with a thin planchet than it is a weak strike or a strike through. Yeah, that needs to be weighed. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick, see what folks are saying. Did we see any of that? Here, you can look at this for a bit, because I've been going for a little while, and I need to smoke. So, there. Now I can smoke and not feel guilty. Oh, let's see. Jeff Stanley says, nothing specific, just curious. I'm looking for a free gray sheet source or something that is consistently close. Take Numismatic prices and multiply by 0.7 or 0.75, and you're going to be within a couple of percent of the gray sheet prices. Now, Blues posted the link, coinprices.org. And Jeff says, I'm done with the 82s. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there trying to figure out which is which. And if you look just on YouTube, every channel, gosh, if they haven't made a 1982 video yet, they really should. Okay. Facebook gave up on that post. Okay, Mantic says to Jeff Stanley, Coins and Octane, CDN, the Coin Dealer newsletter, produces a price guide for collectors, often provides them free at shows. Ooh, there you go. And Riser's here. Thanks, Mantic. I'll pick one up at the Money Show in Atlanta in February. That's about an 8-hour drive away. Yeah, prices should be good for a while. For most of your coins that the regular people collect, valued at $100 or less, you don't see a whole lot of price fluctuation. That's why the Red Book is so darn successful. Let me pull that out here real quick. There we go. How much are these prices changing over the course of a couple years? Up here, you'll see some changes. Down here, they're pretty much consistent for a few years. What do we got here? 1883, no cents, B-nickel that will not focus no matter what I do. Okay, good for $7, right? Where's let's say, Indian pennies. I love these. Here we go. What's this one? Oh, I got 2 pages in there. Indian pennies. Here, all these. These used to be 50 cents right across the board. Back when I started collecting, a 1907 Indian penny in good condition was 50 cents. Then by the mid 80s, they'd say 75 cents. Now they're saying $2 now. I think that's a little heavy. Seriously. Okay, in 40 years they doubled in price. Inflation doubles the value, or cut your spending power in half in what, 10, 15 years. Low value coins, the prices don't really change that much. They keep pace with inflation for the most part. The coins that are really going to go up in value, that's going to be the more valuable, the more rare, the collectible stuff, the really good stuff that goes for good money because it's rare and valuable. Seriously, rare coins are always on sale. Oh, Kimberger's here. How are you? Okay, let's see. Never tired of 1982. Send them to me, says Levels of Madness. You pay shipping? Okay, I'm going to get back to the screen here. Let's get back to work. There's the screen. There we go. So I think this is a thin planchet. Let's close that one out and keep on moving here. Oh, let's see. Just to show, Sergio again, what you got? What you got? You're showing off on 1995. Looks like some polishing marks. Looks like love. See that B? That's not polishing marks. That is a double dial burst number 1. See how this is extra thick here in the center? Yeah, we can probably see it up here in God. See how this is extra thick, plus it has the notches, plus it has the separation lines. Let me take you over to Variety Vista. Okay, double dies, double dial burst, 1995. Look, there's actually a couple of them, huh? And he's got number 1. See the separation lines, the notches. See those notches? Separation lines on the O. Where'd that Liberty go? That big wide center on the E. Yup, that's a double dial burst. That's what that is. That's a good one. What are these going for? 20, 30 bucks nowadays, probably. They're saying 40, 50. When these things first came out, back in 95, they were all the rage. Articles were being written, speeches being made, all kinds of hype. And they were going for 1,500 bucks, right? Late 1995, these things were 1,500 bucks. In summer of 96, they were going for 1,400 bucks because people found some more, right? They kept finding more and finding more and finding more. And now you can get it for 30 bucks. Let's go to eBay. Let's see, eBay. I want to 1995 double die Lincoln set. Let's see what we can get for buy it now values. Here's a 1995 Lincoln cent double die, certified by Annex and MS66 red for 50 bucks. Let's have a close-up look at that penny. Why can't I? Let me zoom in. Okay, here's a zoom in. I can't see a damn thing with this. Maybe. Well, Annex says it is, so we'll go to the site unseen. 50 bucks for MS66 red. We can get over to PCGS, see what they got for values. This may never load. There it is. Lincoln cents, modern. And find 1995. Where are you? 1995 double dia burst, red. 66. They say 70 bucks, and they're ranging from 50 to 90. Right? Show me the eBay prices. And they're going 35 to 90 bucks. Yep. Have we got a value range on these? Let's see. NGC has this great little feature where they have charts. Okay. Pennies. Let's go find the memorial reverse. We got Mint State. I clicked it. Why don't you respond to me? I hate this computer. About another 20, 30 years, and computers will be fast enough that I'll be okay, that I'll be pleased with how fast they are. Okay, we want red, 1995 double die. Verse. Okay, MS red. All right, and what are they saying for 66s? Which is going to be superior? They say 50 bucks. Can we get a chart? The hell, it took me back to here. I hate this. Come on, kill. No, that's what I wanted. Ah, damn it. It needs to be faster because I am impatient. I want information right now, instantly, instantaneously. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to all and see the price since. It's not going to go back any further. What's the date here? August of 2005. I can't zoom this in anymore. All right. But really, the price has come down tremendously. This is, what are you talking, 5% of what it used to be. And it's a fairly standard, fairly stable price. We're a little bit quiet right now, and they're going for, 40, 50 bucks. 70 bucks for an MS66 version. Yeah, that's probably a little heavy. That's what it was for a few years. Okay, PCGS will have a population figure. How many of these 1955? Here it is. Look at that. Do we see that? what can we see? We can see over to right about here. Okay, we can see over here to right about there. Okay. Okay, see the big fat E, the splits on the B, right? You get the separation lines and notches. Oh, it's a peach. Really, it's the best one we've had in decades. Let's look at his eye. Yeah, that's what it is. Excuse me. How many have been certified? Okay, the highest grade certified by PCGS is Stop. Is MS69. And they're beautiful. This piece is MS69. Look, you see any marks? Why didn't it get MS70? Probably just the sharpness of the strike. Or centering. There you go. It's got a couple of just tiny blemishes here. That's an almost perfect coin. And there are 13 in that grade. And they go for a few grand because there aren't that many collectors, but you don't have that many coins. You got a dozen of the darn things. And they're going to stay in people's collections for years. Okay, MS68, 2,700 of them. MS67, 2,900 of them. And MS66, almost 5,000, 4,500. So there we got, let's see, 13, 58, 68, 78, 97. Let's see, you got 10,000 coins. 10,000 of the damn things have been certified. Okay, well, there goes your values. That's why the prices are dropping so darn heavily, because everybody sent them in to be certified. What happens then? Geez, you got to get, MS68 to recover your investment. Nah, they've come down a lot. And they'll probably still come down. Wait till some more rolls get opened up and somebody finds, 20 more specimens in. It's supply and demand. And, well, there's plenty of them. This one's good. I like it. It's pretty. Wait a minute. This is a different penny. Just to show. Okay, you're showing multiple coins in the same post. You're killing me. Here's a 72. A delightful one. I used to have one of these way back in the day. I had to sell it to pay the light bill. Absolutely fantastic striking on this. It's a double die number 1. These are delightful, really. It's pretty good shape. Mine was AU. Beautiful. Okay, that's a double die. Nothing on the back to see. 95 again. I can't even see this. 72. Oh. Frank, what's the date on this one? Without even seeing the front, Frank will tell you what the date is on this coin. Oh, wow. That's a serious double die right here. Look at that. See the separation lines? See the way this is made thicker, right? To cross every bit of the coin. Look at this. It's up here on unum. Right? The entire bottom of the memorial is doubled. All the letters are doubled. You got just a bit of a split here, but not much. Yeah, you got bolder splits over here on this side. Look at the E. Frank, you here? What's the date on that one? He knows. Ask Frank. He knows. Frank says 83. Blue says 64. Okay, let's get, I lost it. I get too much going open here. Okay, nope, that's not it. There it is. I'm going to open this one, and let's look under, okay, Copper Coins has the best photos. So, we'll look at 1983, and we're going to look at Philly, and we'll look at Double Die Reverse. Dun-dun-dun. There's your baby. There is your baby, right there. That's the front. Okay, see the E pluribus unum, right? All this extra metal here. Let's look at Variety Vista now. Same darn thing. Variety Vista, double die reverse. Okay, let's pull up the 64 and the 83. Okay, 1964, you got some good ones, right? But not quite as bold as that 60, or as that 83. Okay, 1 cent. Very similar. Note the direction. Okay, this is to the left of the 0. That's not a 0, that's a 1. To the left of the O, whereas this one is to the right of the O. Aha. 64? Nope. Sorry, Blues. You lose. Frank nailed it with 1983. There it is. Here's the doubling on the base of the memorial. Oh, it's beautiful, this one. Across the whole darn coin. Okay, that's a good one. What's Chuck say they're good for? What kind of grade are you in? In this shape, that's probably AU, every bit of AU. And Chuck is saying an AU, that's good for, you know, $1.25. Yeah, Frank's got like eight of them. He goes to the store, he buys a loaf of bread. He says, "Can I get pennies back for change, please?" And he'll find 6 of these. That's the way it goes, man. I don't have one yet. I'd be jealous of all his. Okay, what you got here? Oh shit, I gotta get some work done. He's got a close AM. This must be his name or something. GPS coin Constantian. I have no idea what that says. Here's an Indian penny. Here's a close AM 92D. This guy's got a pretty good collection for not being able to write English. There's a 72 FS 108. Aha, die number 8. All right, there's more double dies than just that big bold one. Let me show you this. Did we, yeah, shut that down. Darn it. Here's Variety Vista. I'm going to show you double dies from 1972. 1972, right there. Okay, you saw the big one. You've seen that one, right? It's beautiful. I used to have one. It's a delight. It's side-by-side letters. You can't miss this one. Tell me that's a doubled die. It is unmistakable. When you see it, you'll know, and you'll say, aha, now I understand. Okay, but there's more than just this one. Okay, I'm going to leave you this shot here with Liberty and the date. And this is double die number 1. Okay, and they call it 1 because it's the first one that Konica has in their listing. So 1, that's where they start at. But there's more. Dude, there's lots more. Here's double die number 2. Yeah, okay, let's find that. Here's the B, here's the date, and we can compare these side by side and see that there is a substantial difference. Right? Look at the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines up and down there. Okay, this one, well, kind of, just not quite as spread out. And the date doesn't show it up at all. Huh. See that? You get splits and notches and stuff. Yep. There are multiple listings. This is the second one they list, so this is called double die number, you ready? 2. Aha. How many are there? Well, Konica has 10 different listings. 10. Kind of funny. Look, is it to the left? Is it to the right? Is it really stretched out like on the number 1? Is it really subtle? Is it just a little bit above the tail? That's why we go through these and collect them all. Let me shut down some of these pages. And go back an hour. There, that's good. Oh, we're back up to here. Doubled. The die was doubled. Well, let's see. He's got a die number 5. MS63. Yeah, plenty of them. Here's the front of that penny. MS64 brown. It's a peach. We don't know what this is. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We can tell what that is. What you got here, Sergio? Aha. Off center. Now, is it off center or is it misaligned? I'd have to see the other side of that. But chances are, because it's in a slab, that's an off center strike. And it's pretty good shape, too. Here's the front of that same coin. Nope, maybe not. 5 steps. Double die of verse number 9. He's got a couple of them. Okay, 2,000. Wham! And check this out. Oh, that's what that other shot was. See that? Let's see if we can open that in a new tab. So this is a 2,000, and it's off center, right? And it's a wide AM. That's kind of neat. I've seen several 2,000 wide AMs that are struck off center. All right, but look at the, it's off center pretty heavily on both sides in the same amount. Here's your other side. Whereas a misaligned die would only be off on one side and not that extreme. What's that one? That must be the back of that nickel. Struck on a copper penny planchet. Now, see, that's an error. The design is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with the design here. That is the proper design used in 1981. It's not doubled, right? It doesn't have a cud. It doesn't have any clash marks, right? It doesn't have a repunch mint mark. What makes this an error is it's not on a nickel planchet. It's on a penny planchet. That's an error. And that's a single unique thing. It's not like they dumped a sack of penny planchets in and just made a production run. All right. It got stuck in the gears somewhere and then fell out, and what do you know, now you get a nickel stuck on a penny planchet. So a variety is reproduced many, many times. An error, that's a one-off event. Errors are unique. What you got here? 1971S, double die burst, FS 101, and we probably won't see it unless he gives us a close-up here. I'm not going to see it. Here's a 92 close AM. We've seen that one. He's got a lot of good coins here. That's going to be pretty impressive. PCGS, MS64, red brown, 1909 SVDB. You can take a perfect selfie. How about you post your pictures upright? 1937 double die reverse. I wonder if we can see that, what we're talking about here. Okay, not going to see it. Let's open up. What do you got for 1937 double die reverse? 1937. What the heck are we looking at? This is what we're looking at. We're looking at these little bits, the jelly beans instead of the circles, right? You're looking for that big fat E. And here's a perfect example right here. And on some of these, you're going to see the letters will be kind of doubled up. You get secondary images, just little peeking out, just kind of poking out at you. Not quite as bold as that 83. See the hockey stick on the L? You know what a hockey stick looks like. That's an L. And the thickness of the sides of the U is normal, but the bottom is big and fat because it's stretched north to south, or radially, really, is the way that works. All right. Where'd he go? Well, that seems to be in pretty darn good shape, too. 1914D, very fine 25. Anybody be proud to have that. That's a $500 coin. 09S in MS64 red brown. 72 DDO FS 101. I think he's got a couple of those. 1955 PCGS AU55 DDO FS 101. That's the king of the double dies. Let's see if we can see that. This guy's got a pretty darn handsome collection. You can see this from across the room. Well, we're taking a picture through plastic. But boy, it's upright for a change. That's good. How come that's upright? You didn't take the time on any of the others. 1909 S over horizontal S. Yeah, Bill just won one of these from me. 1940 S mint error. Rotated die. All right, you're upright and vertical here. And hopefully he shows us the back. And that's going, that's way a hell off. 1909 VDB and 64 red brown. 31S and 63 red. Yeah, he's got every right to show off on this stuff. Double dial burst on the 1909. Very nice. What you got here? Second strike, 90% off center. This is an indent is what you got here. Well, it looks like it. 13S, he's got a pretty good collection here. I like him red. I mean red like a candy apple, like a fire engine. Okay, and we're back to the start. Good Lord, that's a sweet DDO. Got a Type 1 Class 4. Gosh, this stuff here. What you got here? Nice, nice. Okay, from now on, we will no longer use the word nice. What's that? Oh, that's nice. Okay, you're showing off some stuff. Is this an error penny? I don't know. Is it a picture? The hell? Zinc and pox. That's a photograph of a screen. I can't do much with that. Okay. Robert has two good ones. A broad struck, so there's no collar, right? The collar was not in place, so the coin just oozed out. And he's got an indent. So another planchet got stuffed in there. That's probably what blocked the collar. And then the coin was struck. This is a uniface reverse, MS65 red. Can we see the reverse? No. Okay. Okay, thoughts on mint mark. Thoughts on the mark next to mint mark. Zinc rot. There. Geez, these were awful years. The 80s were just awful, really. They switched over from the copper to the zinc. It was an emergency measure because the price of copper went through the roof all of a sudden. And they weren't ready. Seriously, if you're going to change composition, you need to run a whole bunch of tests to see if the dyes will take it because you get a different hardness on the new zinc planchets. What happened? Well, the dyes fell apart. Lots of issues going on. They were breaking, they were cracking, right? They're wearing out. Then you got the plating wasn't really up to snuff because now all of a sudden you got to start plating, 5 billion pennies or 10 billion pennies all at once. And they had problems with it because if the zinc core was not properly cleaned, this kind of thing would happen where you got a gas bubble inside and sometimes it'll burst. And the zinc is exposed and it just rots. Yeah, you see a lot of these on the mid 80s, mint marks just growing, getting funky. Geez, you're not pointing this out. Maybe that's another D. There you go. Look at this. This coin is gone. This coin won't make it another 50 years. Yeah. Okay. Rot. Zinc rot. Move on. Vincent. This is a good bag, a 1972 DDO number 3. Yeah, man. Look at that. You can see that. Vincent found himself a nice one this time. There you go. See the doubling? Shows up quite nicely on the IN. Uh, the quality of the photo isn't particularly great, but it's there. There, it shows up pretty well on this one. You see the secondary lines here to the left, but look at the thickness. It's a whole lot thicker than a regular R. There, we close out 100 photos and keep on moving. That's a good one, Vincent. You got a good one finally. New members. Well, this is the guy that had that 1944 for 150 bucks. What you got here? Probably 75 bucks for this one, huh? Look what I found. Oh, he posted that one twice. Sergio, 83 double die and possible rotated die. Well, it says rotate. It says double die. Rotated? I'm a little bit off on this side. Just a little bit off, I think. But yes, that's a lot more off. But no, it's not that much. It's just a, what are you talking, 5 degrees on this one? Not enough to give it a premium. But definitely a conversation piece. A gold penny. There it is. Wondering if the 64 red penny is an SMS or not. It's not! The first thing to look for on those special strikes from 1964 is a pedigree. All right? If you get it from Pocket Change, it's not an SMS. It's not a special strike. If you got it from a local coin dealer in his junk tray, it's not a special strike. If you didn't get it at Sotheby's, if you didn't get it at Heritage Auction, you did not get a special strike. Okay, is this considered a wood cent? No. Let's look at this. We talked about these. This is a pronounced example, however. 77 to 82, right, in that range. Late 70s, early 80s. You got these pennies with stripes. Stripes all across them. Note they are almost perfectly parallel lines. All right? You get them on both sides, almost perfectly parallel. And every time these perfectly parallel lines are dark. All right? There's no such thing as light. They're always dark. The lines are always dark. They're always parallel. All right, nobody's decided yet what it is, right? Is it rollers? Why would they be rolled? Well, if you roll out the zinc core, that'd be one thing. But these tend to be, in the copper. So let's look at the way the copper is rolled from an ingot into a sheet. Okay, some people say it's dirty rollers. Well, if the rollers are dirty and you got these black lines on the coin, wouldn't that wipe off? It doesn't wipe off. What the hell is this now? Huh. And they'd be steel rollers anyway. Is it a problem with annealing? Yeah, some people say yes, it must be a problem with annealing, and that would be, one cause. But it's not uniform across the whole coin, which annealing would be kind of a uniform thing. What were they doing that was different? I think it's some combination of the way the copper was rolled and the planchets were annealed. I think it's a combination. It's like a baked-on finish. I've taken these, I put them on a grinder. There's no depth to it. It's a surface discoloration. But it's not a woody in the true sense of it being an improper alloy mix, because again, it's just the surface. It doesn't go into the coin. It's not in the copper. It's just on the surface. So we don't know yet what it is. Nobody's decided. Nobody's sold that case. There are theories out there. Keep it if you like. I send them back. I got no use for them. I throw them in my back to the bank bucket. 1964 experimental. Oh, I think I tore this one up. Dave, win. No. What do you want, 150 bucks for this? It ain't. More new members. Found this 1980 with very little lamination error, but a lot of surface missing. That. What would this be labeled? Oh, this is an easy one. This is a fountain coin. This one sat in water, a fountain, right? A wishing well. You go to the mall, they got all the coins in there in a pool, and they get in there and clean it out and give the money to like scholarships. This is water damage. You're gonna find these. It's a fountain coin. It's pitted, got funny little wiggle marks on there. Fountain penny. Okay, I'm new to this, so be kind. Be kind? Dude, I'm not a nice guy. I'm not a nice man at all. This is a 1968 S he found in a change jar. That's a peach. All right. You know, you can find these every now and then. You go back, you go through a couple of boxes of pennies, you're going to find some 60s that are pretty darn good shape. The way we use our change has, changed in the course of the past 50 and 100 years. We don't have the little lady going through her purse at the supermarket. Okay, we still do. All right. You don't have the little lady going through her purse to get the exact change for her purchase. Now they swipe a debit card for $1.14. Okay. So our coins are sitting in jars for longer periods. They're not getting spent as frequently. Right? They make more pennies and they spend those, and then those sit in a coffee can. Everybody in the country has a 15-gallon barrel of just change until they take it back. So you can find better quality coins, even in the 60s nowadays. It's wonderful. Is it uncirculated? Maybe. We got the Great American Coin Hunt was last year, where a lot of dealers put some pretty nice coins out into circulation. And something like this, sure. I've gone through BU rolls, right, and they've been spotty. I'm looking for die varieties. I paid $2 for the roll, and okay, it's hit or miss. It's a gamble. It's a numbers game. I'm hoping to find a neat one. It'll pay for the whole batch. And if they're just no good, look, I can't resell that thing as a collectible piece. I throw it in circulation. I'm done with it. So it's probably in much better grade. AU, BU. These are the sliders. It won't take long for it to start to show wear. But you can put together a pretty darn decent set of Lincoln pennies and have most of the 60s in beautiful shape just from going through pocket change. So get out there and do it. What you got, Dane? I found these at work, and now I have no idea where I put them. We got pictures in, at least. Do you guys see anything? Wait a minute. Jonathan Howell responded. All right, what are you saying, Jonathan? Okay, we're back to this one, that steel penny with the die deterioration. Man, I hope you're watching this show, Jonathan. Okay, it's not die deterioration. This is an RPM. You have two separate mint marks. Wrong. I have one, and that's what it is. No. Okay, I don't go by attribution numbers and that crap. If you're just going to ignore, science, then there's nothing I can do to you. And I'm not spreading wrong information. Are you watching this show, Jonathan Howell? You don't go by record keeping or documentation. Okay, what are you using? Magic? There's nothing I can do with you. Okay. If you want credibility on what you're saying, you need to come up with documentation. Okay, do you guys see anything worth me hunting them down? And you got a damage in the mint mark. Same one. You got a ding on the B. You got some verdigris going on the 60 on the best here. This is normal. You get real close on those 68s and the big head and the high relief. Nothing here to hunt down. Normal. What's he got? A Russian coin. I found this last year. Can't find any information on it. Can anyone help? You get the two-headed eagle. That's a Soviet coin. It's like a kopeck. I bet you it's 2 kopecks. A double-headed eagle. The only thing on it is 2 and a date. And I think we saw somebody had it. That's an Austria 2 Heller, is what Sal says. Okay. Eastern European. Close enough. You know where to hunt. Okay, we got some zinc rot showing up here. I'm not a smart man. All right, found in 1981 with multiple die clashes. Looks to be at least 3 strikes. Can we see anything? Well, I'm not seeing anything here. I'm looking for memorial bays here. Maybe. This camera's not picking it up though. No, I'm not picking it up here. I usually see the bottom of the memorial would be somewhere around here. I can't do anything with that photo. Okay, sorry, Vincent. CJ can't see it either. Large or small. Oh, 1970S. It won't click. I can't see a damn thing. 1970S. Looks like that 7 is low. That 9 points down here. This is a large date. Yeah. And CJ said, you know, do a little Google search, just a little one. You got to meet us halfway. You got to do a little bit of homework on your own, just a little bit, because it's becoming too common. I don't have to do any homework. I'll just take a picture of this coin, a blurry one, and stick it up in the Facebook group, and they'll give me all the answers I want. If you're going to demand our time and effort to look at your coin, you better darn well meet us halfway. Okay, 1978 Lincoln. All 3 look different. Color. Okay, this one is fairly clean, doesn't have anything going on. This one over here has some discoloration going on and a little bit of a misaligned die. See how close you are up the top. And this one looks pretty much regular, par for the course, has a little bit of luster. Looks like some doodle or something going on. Only one design used that year. Brian says 1969S. Looks like it. Looks a lot like a 1969S. Okay. Vincent, what'd you get this time? I believe this may be a 1985 double die reverse. You can see separation lines on some of the letters. Okay, don't see it on those letters. I'm not going to see anything on this shot. It's the front picture. All right, we're looking for separation lines, he says. I got this kind of thing going on. First off, I see this. It's the zinc has been rolled roughly and then plated, so you get this graininess, this grooviness to the coin. Okay, separation line on the end. This looks to be die wear. That end looks awfully wide though. I'm not seeing separation lines here. 1985, is that right? 1985 DDRs. Any known DDRs for 85? Let's find some DDRs from 1985. I'm not aware of any. Okay, no. None listed here. Maybe a little bit of die wear on the leading edge here. I know what he's talking about. See the eye. What you have is a little bit of a weaker strike here, right? So I've got ridges kind of on the sides of the coin, and kind of like a hollowed out, flattened inside of the ridges on the outside of the letters, and a flattened out area inside. It's just an incomplete strike, not quite sharp enough to fully fill these devices. There you go, same darn thing. Let's see, can you see the eye over there? Yeah. Have a look at the eye, because we got a close up on that other shot he had. Yeah, that's just a little bit weaker strike, and the copper didn't quite go all the way to the bottom. It just kind of started to get into the devices and then petered out. Some of the 90s will have that same effect. You'll see it, especially on the date. Okay, not a double die. I guess I got in there twice. Oh no, I scrolled up somehow. Okay, found this in a $50 bag. It says pennycollector.com. Okay, you get an elongated penny. Yeah, they got these at amusement parks, freak shows, circuses, fairs. You know, you put a penny and a quarter into a machine, turn the gears, it keeps the quarter and squeezes the penny down into this. What is that? What animal is that? An elephant? Dude, I couldn't tell you what this is. Could be a blue whale. I really don't know. Is that a horn, a tail, a trunk? Yeah. Well, they're a novelty. Thanks for the ad. I'm kind of green to this, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay, he's got a 2005 with damage on both sides. (2005), and it looks like this is missing some material, and then was plated after that. And this is kind of a weak resolution, but it looks like there's some material missing. I don't know. Maybe it was just some stain from the holder here. I can't quite. Oh gosh, there's a lot of people are cringing from that photo. Look at this. What is it? Is that a pair of pliers? Okay, he's got something here. Maybe something here. Probably something there. This could be damage. You know, the zinc, it's not a perfect science. They don't always get the zinc exactly right. We got some options here. It's on both sides. It could be a struck-through issue. It could be a zinc planchet where the core was defective and then it was plated. And the pressure, although it filled in some of the void on the planchet, did not go all the way to the bottom on the planchet because of this issue. The mill, the upsetting mill would raise up the edge, and that would not affect this place. Yeah, I think you have a defective core on the zinc. Yeah, I'd say that's a keeper. And how about put it in a new holder? Because that's, what is this? That's rather unsightly. Okay, Andrew, he's got, okay, Jonathan Michael Howe is going to respond again. Yeah, Jonathan doesn't use documentation or attribution numbers, and maybe he's watching. I don't go by attribution numbers and that crap. I took my coin to a coin specialist. A coin specialist, can I have his name and number? What are his qualifications? I'm not spreading wrong information. Well, you're not using good information. Paula says, a coin specialist would have given you an attribution number. John says, I don't study errors specifically. Jonathan, really, stop. You're really making yourself look bad. I study more important things like coins history and who designed them and all the I'm in between stuff. I don't spend my time just on errors. I'm a numismatist. Jonathan, if you're a numismatist, you'd understand the importance of the documentation. You'd understand the importance of listing the varieties with their features, attributions, markers, diagnostics. Okay. Otherwise, what are you talking about? Andrew says, selling more lower end wheats. A die chip for $4. That's a fold over. Let's see what's going on here. I know what, that's the back of number 1. Here's number 2. What's number 2? Number 2 is a 44S wheat, cool dark red toning with a die break on the reverse. For $5. Okay, guys, this guy's got a cut for $5. You might want to grab that one up. What's wrong here? This looks more like something dripped on it. This is not consistent with a cud, this warbled edge. Huh. That looks like solder. And he's got one here with, looks like been rolled over. Rolled over the one, rolled over here. This is damage. Sorry, Andrew, this one's no good. Corroded. Okay, let's keep going. Vincent, again, Vincent's a machine. He found a 2008 with a big die chip in the first column. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and this would be reproduced. This is a variety. an error occurred. A chip came out of the die, but now that die, the design was altered from that chip, and it was reproduced probably thousands of times, and you can find these. That's a good one. Is this an error? No mint mark under the date. Looks like a P up by nose. Okay, you're damaged. Name would provide information on what it is. I think my mouse is crapping out. This is just a foobar coin. Massively damaged. You know, we go through these lists. I cruise these groups, and how many times you see me say, "This is damage. This is damage. This is damage." People don't know. They're not into the hobby as much, and they're not able to determine if it's damage or if it's not damage. And I keep saying it over and over like a broken record. It's a mantra. Always assume damage. Start with that assumption, and you're going to be right almost every time. What's this guy got? 2 nice penny. Okay, man, he's got 2 nice pennies. He's got 2 pennies to rub together. That's a start, man. Another 50 years and you're in business. Mail day. Oh, oh, oh. I got mail. I'm going to pull this up. Oh, wait, where'd I go? There. I got mail. What the hell is it here? We got, okay, the first one. That's from Doug Reese. I got a card. They're a little slow out here. I bet you it's a Christmas card. It would go nicely next to the bullshit button.
That was bullshit.
I love this. You get a different alert every time.
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Huh? It says, while it's true that the elves do most of the assembly work, Santa saves the special jobs for himself. He's doing that. He's doing a Gators helmet. Merry Christmas. Thanks for a great year of education and entertainment. All right. But we got a big one they threw up on the desk here, up on the porch. I'm going to get that. Arr. Arr. There. Let me make some room here. This has to go. This has to go. Get this keyboard out of here. All right. I got one from John Roberts. It's a big one. Where's the cutter? Oh, it's over here. Whoops. Stop. Wait a minute. Don't touch the mouse. Whatever you do, don't touch the mouse. Make some room. There. Sorry, Play-doh. Wait a minute. Let me, before this dries up, let's get that put away. Nothing worse than dried up Play-doh. There. Are we there? There. Okay. All right. We need this camera. We'll do it this way. There. I can't show you the address. Okay, that's ready. We'll flip it over. Okay, it's a big one. I don't know what it is. I'll save the cardboard. It comes in so handy. Ta-da! It made it all right. It's from John Roberts. Uh-huh. COA number 15. I don't know what that means. COA number 15. Let's open that up and have a look. Might need that back in a bit. Oh, wow. What you got here? Is there a hinge on this? I have a little thumb groove here. Okay, that's the back. That's the hinge. Is there a card? A note? Maybe it's in here. Now, I've not seen this yet. Let's see. That's Jeeping John. The West Point Mint. Look at this. Jeeping John and Dodger 455. That's who John Roberts is. Jeeping John. Hereby certified these quarters are legal tender U.S. and were found during Cornwall hunts from 2015. Look, we got Dodger and Jeeping John's name. This is a pro job, man. Check this out. Ooh, look at this. Brand spanking new. They've been cranking these things. I mean, box after box, and Jeeping John has literally thousands of these West Point quarters he's found. Oh, look. We got little tabs. We can pull it out. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, wow. This is a pro job. Scan me, it says. Somebody scan that. I don't know how to do that. Oh, look, they got their own holders. You can get these holders, and this is a pro job. 2019 W behind it. The Lowell Historic National Park. Oh, this is fantastic. There's oh, God, Butterfingers. There's the W. I'll use two hands. W. So we got all 5 of these quarters. This is this is wonderful. This is splendid. Check that out, dude. Way to bring that camera over here more. Ah, look at that. This is a first class dig here. Okay, you got the, look at this satin. Can you see that? This satin, cushiony. Man, it's better than a pillow. You get all 5 coins. These are the 5 W quarters. So we got the Lowell. We can't see that. I need like a bigger camera for the whole, the studio camera. We got the Lowell up here. What's that one? American Memorial Park. Down here we got the Northern Pacific. This one right there. It's a little off. Okay, that's the Texas with the plus. San Antonio Missions, the Alamo, and the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness with Noah's Ark in there. Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow. Oh, this is splendid. Have I been on screenshot or did it? There it is. I got Play-doh all over the place. Stop touching the mouse. I got the mouse right here. If I so much as breathe on it hard, I click and it screws up the whole screen. That is a sexy set, says Cindy. Okay, we got this, a certificate of authenticity. Printed it up. We got 2 parts. So we have the better paperwork here. Oh, they've been in cahoots. It's Dodger 455. They've been in cahoots. Oh, look. Special thanks to Tanner Roberts, Remax 100, Amy Smith, Misplaced Youper Girl, Joe and Diane Durbin, CJ's Coins and Crafts, Big Flip Cornrow Hunting, and Ken Peavy. What did I do? Well, we got some special thanks. Oh, this is superior. This is a presentation piece. Look at, they got the gold embossment here. This is fantastic. This is the big show, or do I get to keep it? Can you hold the barcode thingy again? Now, let me do this right. I'm going to set that on a flat surface. Get the mouse out of the way so we can be sure to hit that button. Get it centered, get it right, get it straight. You're going to scan the screen. Try that. Is that going to do anything for you? Scan me. I bet you already have Play-doh in the back there. That's a Jeeping John set. Jeeping John and Dodger. I didn't know who John Roberts was. Well, he said he was sending something. Well, I guess the hell he outdid himself on this one. Original and genuine. They get the hologram sticker in there. Did that do anything? Can I change that? Let me center it more, get rid of these little specks, and zoom in closer. I'm getting pixelated here. Got it. Mantic says, wait 1 second. That's neat. We need to. We could do a Facebook chat, and if you have results to show off, we can show a screenshot of that. It takes you to his channel. Well, good. Well, why don't we do that right now? Okay, let's see. I'm going to give you this. Da-da-da. Here is the coin video blog and live stream directory. Let's see. Screen. There's a screen. Let me change all this again. Move this over. Move over. There. The Numismatic video and blog and live stream directory. Oh, God, I hope he's in here. GP John in the yellow. Okay, we're going to have to change that. Let's make him fuchsia. There's fuchsia. Jeeping John in fuchsia, right above Jeff Stanley in green, and that'll be line number 83. Last I looked, over 310 subscribers. I suspect he's doing better by now. Jeeping John, you know, he's got the beard on. 855 now. Okay, let's adjust that. 855. Closing in on 1,000. Okay, there's Jeeping John. He is not live right now. Happy birthday, Clinton S. and Jeeps. Push for 1K enter. Have you got a giveaway coming up? Okay, let's go home. Here's his videos. We're going to copy that and come back over here. I'm going to give you the link here. Control V. Oh, and Mantic just put up the link, so we'll open that up, see where that goes. The link Mantic gave you went to, well, the same darn place. No problem. You've seen him. Geez, he's in chats daytimes, early morning. He does coffee and coins quite a lot. You know, he's supposed to drink coffee, and I'm pretty good with that, but I do it like at, 11 o'clock at night. The West Point set release a week ago. Aha. I'm gonna have to watch that one and see what the hell that's about. I can't have noise, so I gotta kill the noise. The West Point collection. Okay, limit of 40 of slab sets and only 10 of the 5/4 set. There are 10 of these. 250 for the 5 slab set in the case, with optional 125 more to be sent off to PCGS for grading. A single 5 West Point quarter set with stand for only 120 to. Wow, shipping is included. Contact me at, there's his email address. Any questions, feel free to message me. I'm going to turn off the sound here. Now, see, I can show his screen, but I can't have sound. And that's a custom slab 5 coin set. Can we see this all right? Yeah. And wait for it. There it is, certificate of authenticity. 250 bucks. with an additional 125 option. Get them really certified to be sent to PCGS for grading. He's probably talking, I can't tell. There's the American Memorial Park. You get all 5. Yeah, he said he was going to do these sets. CJ had printed up, 3D printed some holders, and I guess he had used those up. They're pretty popular, but this is a step beyond right here. And he goes right through them. Yeah, I can't tell you what he's saying because I haven't seen the video. I'm going to hit this button right here, the like button. Let's smash the hell out of that one. There you go. These are CJ holders. And you pay for the coins and the shipping and the holder. Thanks for watching. Oh man, we'll do an independent show just for this thing. Give you a plug. John V. Sal at yahoo.com. Okay. Man, I was not expecting this, I can tell you. There. I can take you back here and show you the home. I was not expecting this one. This is superior. You know, if somebody wants to do one bit more, I would say this has gone beyond. These are spectacular. Yep. So you got the NGC style holder with a thick bit in the middle, and these are back room. You know, you can do it yourself slabs. NGC will take it and sonically seal that. But that is a superior presentation. Yep, takes you to his channel. Wow, I got to get one of those. How do I do that and put it on everything? You know, go to the store and just put my channel sticker on, like, you know, a box of tampons or whatever the hell. Just put them on everything. Yeah. That's a hell of a thing. Ken, I was reaching out to you. No, Sharon, I've got you right here. Right here in particular. Right there. Christmas time, the shipping is going to be slow anyway. So if I'd sent it out 2 weeks ago, it still wouldn't be there. We get a chance now. I'll get to it. I've just been doing everything else. Yeah, that's a superior presentation. You get velvet. What is this? Some kind of a... Oh, it's foam. It's cut out foam. See, it's squishy. That's a hell of a thing right there. I would say this is the only person producing anything of this quality. Yeah, I'm quite taken by this. This is fantastic. This is good work. This is taking it to the next level. That's what I like to see more than anything else. I love that San Antonio quarter. Let's look at it. That's a slick set. Well, you get all 5. And what do you pay for the quarters now anyway? Right? There you go. There's the San Antonio missions. You got a lion, because they had a lot of lions in San Antonio back in the day. There's the Alamo up on the left. Here's I don't know what that, what's a peyote? Let's look at this under here. This will make it easier. Ta-da! There's the Alamo, right? There's the Texas lion, because they were everywhere back then. They got hunted out. They used to make those lion tacos. Oh, it's wheat. And I don't know what this is. Fire on water. It's Greek fire. There we go. But he's taken some beautiful specimens. Look for any marks on these. He's taken some pretty high-end specimens to put in these. Man, there's hardly a mark on these. Let's look at the other side. Wow. Well, that's a peach. $10 to $15 per coin, easily, real easy. Yeah, they're pretty darn good shape. He's picked the cream of the crop out of these. That's a slick set. Visionary marketeer. I'm gonna give him that. Yeah. Who else has gone this far with the deluxe box, right? Plus the COA, hand signed. This is number 15, hand numbered. That's a heck of a thing. I think I'll leave one upright. Now I got to find out if this is intended for the big show, because man, they're going to tune in for that one. Yep, 15 WWW. Worldwide Washingtons. Yep, that's fantastic work right there. This is workmanship. This is quality goods. Oh wow, I was not expecting that. I'm going to put that back in the cover. Aha. That's why. COA number 15. But it has my name on it. Is this for the big show or for me? Because that'll have a special place over in that hutch. Comes in a sleeve. Keeps it good, keeps it nice, keeps it fancy. Yeah. Paul Hampton says, good evening, everyone. Yeah, we're just showing off this thing that Jeeping John sent in. Yeah, he was Jeep to Claus for the past few days. And I'm going to put it back in this box, but it needs tape first. Where the hell did the tape go? Where the hell's the tape? Why is the tape not where it should be? Why is nothing where I put it wrong? All right, I'll just stick it back in this box for now, and that'll have to be good enough. There we go. Yeah, this is one of those things you keep nice. You put in a safe and close the door. The safe is where I keep my cookie and sandwich recipes. The coins, I just litter them across the desk. There we go. You know what I can do is pull a stapler. I can find the stapler. There, let's staple this. There. Now, does he have more of these around? Because you folks might want to grab something like that. That's a heck of a thing right there. Okay. I'll put it over there. Where's that other package I got? Here it is. And there might be more stuff. What's this? Oh, that's a naughty box. Okay. There's some stuff I had ordered. There's always mail. Yeah. I'm not done with the last stuff I've gotten, and I'm opening, more mail. So then what do I do with that stuff? See, this is good quality. Look, cardboard wrapped around the coins. Okay, we got tape. You're never going to go wrong with too much tape. There's no such thing as that. All right, let's look at it. Open up them zips. We're going to have this handy. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember these. Right after I bid, the letters VDB, which I swear were in the listing, disappeared. Huh? So I got 3/1909, no VDB. Well, no matter. They're in better shape. It gives me a chance to hunt these down. Well, For 1909s, I paid, you know, a fair price. I was thinking that they were VDBs. There. That's okay. I got to get some shots of this anyway. And can we find... Oh, perfect. Perfect. Where's my stick? Here's one. Perfect. Oh, okay. Watch this. Okay, both of these pennies. Let me zoom up. Both of these are the same date. Pretty darn decent, okay? Full lines a whole bit. Okay, let's do it by numbers. Ready? 1909. Over here, 1909. All right, nothing different about the front. Regular old 1909 pennies. Okay, let's look at the back. Well, I thought I was bidding on VDBs, but there's no VDB on these. No matter. What you got here are the Type 1 reverse. See the N in United? And the Type 2. There was a design change on the N. And it's kind of neat because, well, you have the Type 1 and Type 2 on both the P and the VDB. There, that's Type 2. See that deep cut N, how it kind of goes into the leg of the N? And this is a shallow one where it's, you know, kind of filled. The inside corner, it's not cut in at all. So there. Geez, you got to have two 1909s now? Well, if you want both the reverse types, absolutely. Regular and deep. I could probably put those up one. Let's see if I can put one beside the other so we can see it better. Okay, let's see. Kinda. Make it straight. There we go. In the same shot, we can see them both. Deep cut on the left, shallow on the right. That's all. Pretty darn minor. But some people want a more complete collection. Well, this is a design variety. Kind of nifty. Let's catch up on chat. Good evening, everyone. Put in the safe. Hi, 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 hi. Somebody shows up and everybody's got to say hi. I go into these chat rooms and, you know, somebody's doing a video and I say hi. And then everybody says hi and they type my name, right, with highlights. Let's see. So it'll come out hi at Mantic, right? At Blues. At Sharon. At Shannon. There we go. So I get, it shows up highlighted, you know, for like on Mantic's screen, his name will be highlighted. On Blue's screen, his name will be highlighted. Well, what do? Do I need to type hello to every single person in that chat? Because in an hour, I'm going to be in another chat room, and it's going to be the same people. I have to type in all over again. Oh, Jesus. Weeping Jesus on the cross. Look, I'm just going to put hi, everyone, and that's just going to have... You didn't say my name. That must be because I don't like you. All right. Hi, Cindy. I said hi to you like 2 days ago. Can that hold for like 30 days at least? No crud, more type 1s and 2s. No, crud. Heck, let's go type 3 and 4 and 5. Well, actually, that would be, these would be type 3 reverse because the type 1 and 2 are the same things with the VDB reverse. So yeah, that's actually, I've got that listed as type 3 and 4. Sorry, but we're trying to be more specific. Yup. Yeah, from now on, when I say hello or hi or just hey or whatever, it's going to last at least 90 days. That's the new one for this year. Say it. Say it. Say what? Okay. Okay, Paul. Let's see. I'm going to take over the database here real quick. Oh, come on. Oh, stop. There's the database. Let's see if we can get a screenshot without screwing the pooch. Okay, this is behind the scenes. Okay, we'll go to wheat pennies. Okay, 1909, right? And there's several different varieties just for 1909, 1909S. There you go. What are we at? Line number 71. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take you to look at the reverse designs. The SDVR, which is standard database design variety for the reverse. And 1 and 2, how much of this can we see? Not at all of it. Okay, 1, shallow N in reverse with a VDB. Design number 2 has a deep cut N with a VDB. Then you got, you ready? SDVR number 3 has a shallow N, no VDB. And then the DVR4 has a deep cut N, no VDB, and that was used through 1958. So yeah, I've got 4 different reverse designs from 1909. No fooling, and you got to have every darn one of them. Now, 2 of them have the VDB, 2 of them don't. Right? 2 of them have the shallow. I can do a chart. Really, that's the way you got to do it. I find charts to be the handiest thing. All right, watch this. Okay, we've got shallow, right? And you got deep cut. Okay. Then you got VDB and no VDB. Right? So there's 4 you got to have. Right? Now let's do the S. Because if we're going to have 1909, okay, that's your regular date. We're going to put in the S as well. And S also has a shallow and a deep. So we got the shallow and the deep cut. Right? Okay, there's 1909 to 1909S. On the 1909S with the shallow, you'll see that with the VDB. You won't see any without the VDB. Is that right? Shallow S VDB. Yeah. Shallow S VDB. Let me think on this. One of these is missing. The deep cut. Deep cut is on the S on both. No, the deep cut is not this one. The VDB S has only the shallow. Yeah, that's right. So the regular S without the VDB has both. This is wrong. This is wrong. This should actually be a check mark. All right, we got to redo the chart. Damn it. Okay. 09, shallow, deep. 09S, shallow, deep. Okay, with a VDB, no VDB. You know how long it takes to draw this stuff out? Okay, so that shallow, on the 1909 plane, we got them all. The 1909 VDB has only the shallow. It has no deep. Yeah, there we go. 7. You got to have 7 different 1909s, right? 2S, 2P, right? You got the 2 shallow, with and without. You get the 2 deep, with and without. You get the 2 shallow and the S, with and without. But the 1909S VDB only has the, did I do this right? 1909S VDB only, this is wrong again. No VDB. 1909S has shallow, with and without. Yes, this is correct. So there is no 1909S VDB with a deep cut end. There. If you find one, guaranteed bogus. Right. There. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that nonsense. That's the kind of stuff we're trying to do all the time. It's enough to just make you lose your mind. Okay, let's see. Here's a... There, I got caught up in chat again. What about the S over S or S over horizontal S? Dude, watch this. Okay, now you have the 1909 S, all right? Now, this is all the non-VDB. Okay, so this is going to fall under, oh, I just screwed it up. That's going to be the non-VDB 1909S. Yeah, we're going to take these. All right, we're going to take these two and put them over on this chart. There, so you get 1909S. And there are, ready, 7 different mint mark positions. 7. And Chuck Daughtry's got a perfect list. I'm using that as the basis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I don't have an 8. And what do I do now? Because this is twice as big as that. So I think I'd want another line here. But, okay. So now we got deep and shallow. And nobody's done this yet. This is groundbreaking work. So which of these obverse mint mark positions matches up with which of the reverse design? Okay, and it's kind of neat because this one is actually an S over S. So every time you find the same position there, and this one is actually S over horizontal S. Okay, so you get 7 positions of the mint mark, and just by mint mark position, you can determine if it's a repunch mint mark. Kind of neat. Now, what we've found is there are actually 9 different combinations out of the 7 dies, 7 obverse dies, and a couple of these were used with both the shallow and the deep. Yep, they are variances of the original 7. The mint screwed up. Well, it's the same mint mark, right? Just punched in different dies. So they all have a different mint mark position. So mint mark position determines which obverse die. And some of those are paired with different reverse dies. JC, I changed the world to dragon. Mats were Philly. Oh, that's a different strike altogether, the matte proofs. And they were all Philly. Matte proof with VDB, I got to look it up. Matte proofs were no VDB. I got to look it up. Matte proof. Okay, that's 1910. There's a purple unicorn for you. There you go. Matte proof, normal design. All the matte proofs will have the shallow N. Yeah. There we go. Yep, and I gotta come up with a better nail down the mint figure. Is it 2,198 or 2,261? I gotta nail that down. I got a little bit of homework to do. But all of the, however many there were, have the shallow end. There. I'm just saying. Let's find the chat again. Yep, that's a magnificent 7. Fold the paper. Again, I got to fold it 6 times now. Besides, I did that one upside down. So, you know, that's going to just, look, there's some OCD people in the crowd, and this is really going to frig them up, right? Where this side, now I'd have to tear this in half and redo it. Just go with it. Okay, this is the obverse, is what that denotes. Whereas this is going to be the reverse. And there's, I've got at least 9 different pairings with the, you know, the 7, and a couple of these have both. Yeah. Yeah, wait till they find a new one. We got to include that and just rip up the old chart and, you know, come up with a new one. Actually, I think I did do the chart on an image. Let me look up here. Let's see. This button. I'm going to go to, let's see. Is it in here? All right, wait for it. It's got to load. Pull up the diagnostics. There's an 82 chart. There. Look, I did it. Okay, let me open that. And open that. Edit. Open. That one. Okay. Not that button. This button. Here's the screen. Okay, the first one I did was for 1982. Real simple. You get the large date, the small date, the 82, the 82D, bronze, zinc, zinc. But, you know, this one, you've only got 2 of those. Okay, but what a handy little thing this is, right? Just have this neat little chart. So I made one for 1909, which looks like this. So I get the VDB, the no VDB, type 1 and 2, type 1 and 2, the Philly, all of them, and the S. So SVDB has no type 2. But I think what I could do here was, you know, I need to further explain the type 1 is the shallow M, the type 2 is the deep cut M. And I'd probably just add some photos here. That'd be handy. Yep, I'm getting into the charts. They're working pretty well for me. Yep, and we're putting them in the diagnostic manual. Where the hell did the other one go? Yeah, we're putting them in the diagnostic manual of circulating U.S. coins, and to make that really special and unique and standing out. Cajun got a nice homemade pan. Well, congratulations. Cajun they got to town doing some gumbo and stuff. I'm looking at it thinking, she can't cook. What do you don't put that in. That looks pretty good. Okay, that's down home cooking. Yep, Hoogie made me the pen. I'm pretty impressed with it. You can actually get the kits, right? They're snug. They pull apart. That should pull out. I don't know how to do it. He knows how to do it. He did a video where he actually made a pen. There's some skill involved. You know, I do dovetail drawers. That's my skill. My brother can't do dovetails. Beautiful charts. They're working. They're getting us by. There's more charts to come. Give it time. Look, I've been going on for the best part of a couple hours here for sure. I think, oh, okay, 3 hours it says. I'm getting ready for some dinner. Rather than eat in front of you, I'm going to go take off and, you know, eat in front of me. Cajun video made me hungry. I got some ham. I got Swiss cheese. I got that the cheese with, you know, like it's a mix, and some of that big, you know, the big rye bread. I mean, it's like a beautiful black. It's like this color bread, pumpernickel. And I'll grill that with it's like a grilled cheese, except I put the you know, I'll grease up the outside of the bread and sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on there, and then grill with the Parmesan cheese side down, and that really gives it a great flavor. Yeah. And I got some nice red tomatoes. Yeah, make a good sandwich. Dovetails are an art. Dude, my dovetails could not be beat. Right? You don't even need to glue the damn things. My carpentry skills stop at nailing some 2x4s together. See, I can't do that. I can't do the nailing. See this? See that? The difference in thickness between the see how long this is? Because if I have a hammer in this hand, the only thing I'm going to hit with a hammer is that hand. So it's over time it's messed up my fingers. Yeah, I'm not a carpenter. I never ever pretended to be a carpenter, right? I just pretended to be able to lead these guys on work crews. And it's really simple. If you have no fear of putting your boot up somebody's ass, it's really a simple thing. Yep. You need to get that done before I break my foot off in your ass. And I've broken off a few feet. Oh, and then we get a third penny. We better look at that. What's the third one here? Okay. It is also a deep. Okay, but I meant to check these as long as I had them for double die reverses. On the 09s, you got a couple of obverse double dies, and you got several, I mean bunches of reverse double dies. So while we're here, we may as well look for those. And every one of them, just about every one of them, just look at the dots. If all you did was look at the dots and decide, are they round or are they jelly beans? That's all you need. These are perfectly normal designs. All right, let's look at the fronts. Let's look at the fronts all upside right. Okay. For obverse double dies, pretty much your date is the focus. And these are all looking normal. The 0 and the legs of the 9s are your key places to focus on for these dates. All right. Perfectly normal. And that's what those are looking like. Let's see if we can get those to focus, huh? Yeah. Well, a person needs a, 1909 in good shape. I'll take what I can get. There we go. I'll see if it's better than what I have in my collection. And we'll keep the best and to hell with the rest. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. I got some jerky I'm going to eat. I got some coffee I'm going to drink. I got a sandwich I got to make. Maybe we'll make some more charts. There's plenty of charts to make. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, guys, I hope you like this sort of thing. Excuse me. We got the big show coming up. What, Sunday? God, where does the week go? Give me time. Yep, I got to get some stuff done. I got to work on this desk, clean it up, get some stuff shipped out. I really should sweep the floor because, damn. Yep, we'll all stay groovy. I'm going to take off, guys. You have a great, well, whatever day it is coming up. We'll see you.